Hello, everyone. I'm using a new mic and I hope it works because I can't even tell if the receiver is on. I think I'm just old and don't know how to use new tech. But, anyways, as you can see, I am not in my natural habitat. This is actually my childhood home that I grew up in. Sorry, I am visiting my parents out of town. And so here I am. But your girl has to show up for her weekly inspo. So, hello, welcome to Mediocre Guidance. My name is Sama. Today I wanted to talk about being brave. And I feel like I'm an authority on this because I have done some dumb shit in my life. I am a high risk, high reward sort of person. And I have crashed and burnt many times, don't get me wrong, but I have gained so much from those experiences. And I also do think that it does require some spiritual strength to take risks in life. So I want to dive into that, and hopefully, this will be short and sweet, and I won't ramble for too long since I'm hoping this will be like an uncut video. Okay, so why is it important to be brave? Um, First of all, by nature, like our divine, eternal nature, is to grow and expand. And I feel like growth is really annoying because it's not always fun. Actually, I feel like 10 times the experiences we have that cause us to grow, to move past our insecurities, um, and to overcome some really difficult challenges and struggles is what results in growth. And those are obviously not fun times, but in terms of our soul's development, they are necessary times. And believe it or not, the annoying truth is that we sign up for these experiences when we reincarnate on Earth. And we actually willingly sign up for these experiences. And that is because we are spiritually divine in nature, and therefore we are invincible. And I know it doesn't feel like it when, poo is hitting the fan and life is hard, right? And it's difficult to really embrace that we are invincible when we do feel hurt. Our feelings get hurt, our hearts are broken. Um, you know, if you're dealing with life circumstances that maybe are out of your control, such as food insecurity, not being able to pay the bills, God, I've been there and I've done that. Um, it's hard. It's really hard to believe that we are, in fact, children of a higher power, that we are capable of incredible things. But that's where we must be brave. The reason we tend to stick to our comfort zone, and it's so difficult to get out of that, is because of our ego. Our ego is, um, in polite terms, trying to keep us safe and trying to protect us. But in the grand scheme of things, it is also trying to keep us stagnant, and it is trying to convince us that we are not as amazing as we actually are. And the reason for that is, if we do remember our true divinity, if we do remember how amazing we are, the ego will cease to exist. And so if we think of our egos as like a separate little um dude that like sits on our shoulders, like, when they have like the little angel and the little devil on each shoulder, the ego, that's how I like to visualize it, is like this little dude that's um like a con man almost, and that, like, don't reach your full potential because then you won't need me and I'll go away. uh and so we need to realize that the fear we feel when we are faced with an opportunity to either expand our minds, or just like have an experience that is totally not what you're used to. um, the fear is coming from the ego. And yes, we need to develop discernment as to what is true fear and what is intuition. However, I feel that intuition doesn't work through fear. It may just work as like this feeling of like doubt, but you're not sure why. Like, whereas fear is a very loud emotion, right? It's a very strong sensation where it can really stop you from doing many things. Uh, and of course, like, if you're feeling fear because you're trying to cross a 10-lane highway where cars are coming at you at top speed, then maybe listen to that fear. But I'm talking about like taking opportunities that can really help you go forward in life. And uh, I have taken risks in my love life, which have failed, with my career, which have failed, and like it, not even like romantic relationships, with friends that haven't ended well, but it's always been worth it, in my opinion. I have learned so much, and it's funny now that I'm back in my childhood home. I am so grateful for everything that I did and everything that I failed at. When we are fighting fear, we also have to be okay with failure. Because truly, like from your soul's perspective, there is no such thing as failure. What we consider failure is just our soul's learning, right? All learning opportunities, like, hey, I probably wouldn't do this time. I would probably make a different choice if I was faced with the same situation in the future. And that's all that failure does. It just informs us. And like a lot of times, we'll fail at something that we really, really wanted, and it'll help inform us that it's truly not actually all that it's cracked up to be, that maybe that's not what is for our highest good, and like not even our highest good, because that sounds really pretentious. But like what is best for our happiness and what will bring us closer to being our authentic selves, because that is the ultimate goal. God made you the way you're supposed to be. And so we don't like ourselves because we overlay all these other expectations of what we should be, and what we think society wants us to be. But the truth is, you are supposed to be who you are and who you were made to be by God. So to get there, sometimes we have to take risks in life. And then the last thing I want to say about this, for now, you know me, I can go on forever, is the reason you should be okay taking risks is because you are very divinely supported. Okay. Um, the universe really has your back. And if you can't figure out the logistics of how you're going to do something, how you're going to get out of a bad situation, I know how incredibly scary it is. Like, one of the biggest risks I've taken is getting out of an abusive, toxic, um, DV sort of relationship. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I actually have a diary entry where I wrote down, I don't have the courage to do this, even though I know I need to do it. And I know it's the only way that I will attain my freedom. I was just so scared. But you will get pushed to do it. When you are like your back's against the wall, you have to realize that there is a higher power that is basically going to push you to do it if you don't do it yourself eventually anyways. And if you do it but you're just not sure, God has your back. I have so many countless stories where I was like, I don't know how the frick I'm going to get my way through this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to end up on the other side and be okay. And then because I took the risk, it allowed miracles to occur. It allowed divine intervention. And so um, you're not alone, right? Whenever you take a risk in life, whenever you are choosing to move in a different direction for your own happiness and for the sake of your sanity, know that you are supported, and you have like an invisible team that will pull strings behind the scenes to get you to where you need to go. So, my friends, as scary as it may be, follow your heart. Don't be reckless, obviously. Like, you don't want to gain success or growth on the backs of other people or hurt anyone in the process. So that's not the goal here. But if you do need to make changes in your life, I want you to be brave and bold, because really nothing can stop you. Okay. And it is important to believe in our destiny, and that if you're being pulled towards something, you're being called to do something, that is your destiny calling. And really, destiny is inevitable. The only thing we can do is delay it. So, how long it takes is in our control, but I encourage you not to wait any longer, to grab life by the horns, do what you want to do, and you are divinely supported because you are the creation of a higher power that can do things and fulfill your wishes and your dreams beyond your wildest imaginations. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Bye bye. I love you.